Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a slightly different video today from, the kind of stuff that I've already done because I feel like 2024 was the year where I started not liking journaling at all at the beginning of the year. And when July and August came, it was me trying to fall back in love with things that I've already loved before. And I feel like it happens to a lot of us. I feel like there is this, overwhelming feeling that happens at the beginning of the year when, the year starts. I also don't like the summer and spring seasons that much. So it's always nice for me to start feeling a little better when it starts being fall, although there's no fall where I live, but anyways, so if you've watched my channel before, I think you've heard me say that I really have not liked the traveler's notebook system, but and primarily because of the fact that I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it does not lay flat. And this was a traveler's notebook regular size that I had purchased in, I believe it was in 2021. It's the blue version, and I used it for like maybe half a year, and it completely put me off of the whole traveler's notebook system in a way, because I was, I just realized I did not like the way that it worked. But I'm trying to actually find a better way to use it. And I feel like the TN actually works better when you are out and about and not necessarily at your desk. I feel like that's the best way for using it. At least that's how I've felt. Now, I've modded this a little bit to suit my need, and that's what we're gonna probably talk about today. I've been using my TN, this regular size, in combination with my Hobonichi weeks, and this is a 2023 Hobonichi weeks that I'm using for sketching, like just regular, just sometimes pen only, maybe a little bit of watercolor. I'm trying to just draw whatever I want to draw, and I feel like this size, like the week size, really works for me. And that's what I've been trying to, improve upon for like this year. So the way that I've set this up is I have, and let's just take this out of the way for a minute. This is I think this is an Ace Hotel insert that I purchased with this notebook. It's the grid one from Traveler's Company. And, I have this, which is maybe half used. I haven't used it completely, so there's still pages left in here. But what I've done for this notebook is I have this Penco clampy clip that I like to keep up top here to give a little bit of weight for this notebook to lie flat. And it also serves as a, an addition to something that I'll get into in a bit. But for now, I just have this one insert apart from, the weeks here, and I can probably slip this in as well. But this is the Traveler's Notebook standard size zipper case. I think it's 008. But what I keep in this is just a bunch of markers and a pen and a pencil. So I have the Sakura Micron in here, and it just keeps me ready to draw whatever I want for whatever reason that I want to, and have easy access to the things that I need, and not necessarily that I may go back and, like if I was drawing something, it's not that I will fill in the colors right away, but if I felt like doing something, I do have some colors with me that I can use for sketching in. So these are all watercolors that I did, like that I painted, like I placed the colors after the fact. So this is not used in conjunction with this, but you can still use the pencil and the pen to draw the outline, and that's what I've been doing. And you know, when I started this, I was like, oh, let me be very mindful of where I place it. I need to like draw it nicely and make sure that I'm doing stuff in a particular way. But as I've like increased it, like I just do whatever I want, and I feel quite liberated that way. Taking the pressure off when I'm doing the work really helps. And nobody's seeing this. This is basically me. And so the way I've set this up is I have a clear cover on this, and I'm putting the clear cover through the elastic of the traveler's notebook, and then placing the weeks, you know, inside the clear cover. So like if you can see, like the clear cover, like the elastic goes through the clear cover, and the book is actually placed inside the clear cover. So it's not actually like the elastic is not sitting on the Hobonichi weeks, but since it's going through the clear cover, it's fine. But fair warning, it does cause some of your stuff to tear out, because this tear that you see right here, which I've like very haphazardly put a sellotape on, this was created by this clear, like this elastic going through or putting enough tension on this zipper case. So you do need to be a little bit careful when you're trying to insert it. You know, like I probably need to get another one, but if it's not broken, I mean, you can still use it, so that's fine. So this is the way that I've set this up, and I have put a Kaweco fountain pen through the clear cover, the week's clear cover. So I actually have another pen in here. So it's kind of interesting that I'm having this set up, and I feel like having this set up is really helping me. And when I'm like, if I really want to draw something, I can take off this Penco clip and just put it in here to give enough weight. And the fact that this has enough weight does not, you know, makes sure that it does not flop back up. So I'm pretty happy with the way that I've set this up for now. I would also usually keep an additional notebook in here. So I have something like this. Just, you know, if I really want to write something down, and it doesn't have to necessarily be like a sketch only kind of a book. But I had another setup where I had also inserted another Hobonichi weeks in here without putting another elastic, and I can show that to you as well. So here's my second Hobonichi weeks. This is also a 2023 weeks that I'm using this year for planning. I love this one. This is my everything journal. Like I practice stuff. I use this like to practice my kanji, well, hiragana only, but anything that I need to practice, I just have this in here. And also I do my planning for every week in here. So I do have pages that can really help me plan. But you can put this weeks in here. It will make it heavy, but it is possible. So I just have it in, like, I can keep it right here and close this. And it is slightly bulky, but you do have enough space in the traveler's notebook to accommodate 2 weeks if you want. And if you're someone who does not like having like a notebook flopping around, you can actually take this out and put it in like so. Or what I've been doing is, in order for me to have access to this pen as well, I just take the first one and slip it into this zipper case, and the weeks is small enough that it fits in the zipper case. So it has like, this holds itself by, like, this holds the entire system by itself without it slipping out. So that's how I've been liking the traveler's notebook. I feel like it's it's become versatile enough for me to, you know, place 2 weeks if I want to, or just have 1 week's and 1 standard size insert. And I really love this this zipper case. I feel like it's very, very functional. I know you can put a lot of things in here, like you can actually fit your passport or a passport size notebook in here. And it's the same case. I feel like you can put like your documents or like a boarding pass. And so in this setup, like I have quite a lot, right? Like I have 3 pens in this setup and a bunch of markers. And I do know that a Tombow actually fits in here. So that's an additional thing that I really like about this zipper insert, is that it is long and narrow enough to fit a full-size Tombow marker. So if that's something that, you know, you really like, that's another thing that you may want to consider when you're like using the zipper insert or the zipper case. So like I said, like there's quite a lot of things in here. Like there's markers, there's 3 pens, I have a pencil, a full weeks with a pencil board, and I also have another full weeks with a supplement as well. So this is like the Hobonichi memo books for weeks. So having this is also pretty nifty. And I feel like, you know, it's kind of bulky, not gonna lie. Like if I were to weigh this, I wonder if it weighs like almost as much as my Hobonichi cousin. Hold on, let me check. Okay, so I've bought my full-size Hobonichi cousin. This is the 2023 version. It's not extremely big, but it does have like a full-size, like there's quite a bit in here. And this is my makeshift food scale that I'm gonna use. So the Hobonichi cousin by itself is 644 grams. Now, if I were to do that, well, that might make sense for it just to stay as grams. And this is the full TN with 2 weeks and like that full zipper pouch setup with the Penco, you know, clip. That's 647. So it's almost the same actually. Yeah, it's actually the same. 644 and 647 if you're able to see it. So it's almost as big and hefty as the Hobonichi cousin. But you know, it's it kind of works sometimes. Like I like it when I'm like, if I'm like moving from places, I like having both of the weeks with me sometimes. And it's not necessarily that I have to carry both the weeks all the time, but it helps you change out your inserts a lot better. So, you know, I'm trying to embrace this traveler's notebook that I have because I really do love it in a way. That, you know, the only thing that was putting me off was the fact that it couldn't lay flat. And, you know, I kind of figured this with the clip and putting enough weight in here and having my Hobonichi weeks as well. I really want to make sure that this thing starts becoming a lot more softer. And I also want to try, you know, their camel color. I really like the camel color. Like, although it's a little bit of suede and fuzzy leather, I feel like it will, like, after enough use, it starts becoming a lot more softer and it's kind of more pleasing to the eye. But I really love the blue one as well. And, you know, the corresponding yellow or gold elastic that comes with it. Yep. So that's pretty much it. I do not like having a lot of charms on mine. So I haven't thought of, you know, decorating it that way. I feel like sometimes having a charm kind of gets in my way. So I'm not very sure if I will put anything in there, but I tried putting one of the Monopoly charms that I used to have on it, and I liked it for some time, but then I took it off because it was like too much hassle. So I kind of like the way that I have it set up right now, and I'm just gonna continue using it in, you know, the most easiest and most casual way that I can. So there you have it. That was this video. And yeah, let me know if you are trying to do something interesting in your traveler's notebook. I feel like this is a system that you can customize however way you want, and it tends to get pricey as well. I feel like that's another thing that you have to be very mindful of. It can get a little pricey the more you start, you know, getting into it. So yeah, that's always a problem, but I'm trying to enjoy the one that I have right now. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video and you did get some ideas on how to use your Hobonichi weeks if you have one, in a traveler's notebook if you have one as well. So yeah, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.